It is Sunday night after all. Time for some crashes of the Titans. Or a crash of the Titans. Hello, Deadpool. Let's go. We're going against 4-star Thanos. Ooh, boy. 4-star Thanos came into MPQ long after 3-star and 5-star already existed, and they made them basically after the Infinity War and Endgame movies came out. It was more about the end of that saga, and instead of having him play with courting death, they decided to make him revolve more around board shake prowess and limiting the enemy potential. But really, let's be honest, why 4-star Thanos has some of the powers he has? Because 4-star Rocket was running rampant on MPQ at the time 4-star Thanos came out. 4-star Rocket was killing people with Kitty as a big partner, and thus they came out with 4-star Thanos and his blue. His blue that is a passive that says, hey, if the enemy has 4 or more enemy specials out there, you're going to overwrite one of them and make like some green tiles and do some damage. It was kind of like a Kraven sort of thing, but it got rid of tiles slowly over time, whereas Kraven never got rid of them. He just chipped away at their effectiveness and did damage. So that being said, Thanos' black is probably his least impressive one. It's just a damager to the enemy team with a little extra damage for heroes. The green is something really interesting though. It costs 12, but it board shakes like a ton of the board. Like, oh, I want to say like nearly half of the board, if not an exact half. I could be off on that. I think it might be half though. Anyways, we'll look at it a little later. Yeah, it is half dark. It's 32 tiles. Thank you. So that alone, mixed with Beta Ray Bill and Polaris, is one of the more commonly used Winfinite teams to date. But there's other ways to do Winfinite. You don't need 4-star Thanos for it. He's just a nice, easy one for it because it is 32 tiles. The other most common one being 1-star Juggernaut, because 6 green AP gets you, like, what was it, 12? 12 tiles destroyed, I think? Could be off on that. But it's still a good percentage gone, and the odds are still in your favor. So anyways, he might be some trouble for us. He might not be. It really depends on who we're using. If we're using someone that's using special tiles, you know, strikes, attacks, protects, this Thanos will give us trouble. If it's not 16 tiles for chugs, thanks, John. I appreciate it. And that's a good amount. I mean, it's a quarter of the board for 6 green. It's a good way to keep rolling with that combo. Anyways, let's see who we got. Northstar. Honestly, Northstar came out in MPQ a long while back, and he was not that impressive. He was like a support character that was lacking, and that's sad. But nowadays, he's been buffed and rebuffed, and he's just got much better abilities. It's not that he's super damaging. He can keep the enemy busy for a long time and mess with their colors, mess with their strategy. And honestly, he's another sleeper character people don't really use enough. Let's start off with running early, which is probably his easiest one to understand. Let me move this up here. So for 8 blue, and I'm going to move it to 5 so you can see its full potential. You destroy a chosen row. You deal some damage. You generate 2 AP for each yellow, black, and blue tile destroyed. So in other words, you're getting, instead of the 1 AP those tiles are worth, you're getting double their value. You know, unless it's a charge tile, obviously, right? Then you're getting less. But still, you're getting 2 yellow AP for each yellow tile, 2 for blue, 2 for black. Destroyed tiles deal double damage and don't generate any other AP. So green, red, and purple don't get you anything. But hey, this is a great way to destroy enemy tiles that are in there. You could just choose any row of your choice. Those tiles are gone, and then you're getting AP on top of it. And by the way, this costs blue. You could generate blue off of this blue power. That's really good. You have a good options with this. Not to mention his other 2 colors are black and yellow. Star Bright is a nice cheap way to keep someone safe and out of harm's way. For just 6 yellow, 5 basic tiles of the target's strongest color get turned into black, blue, or yellow. So right now you're probably effing with the enemy's plans. Probably. And then you get a 3-turn countdown targeting a selected ally, which obviously you could choose who you want, which includes himself. And while it's out there on the board, you get 1 turn of invisibility at the start of your turn, along with a burst of health. It's not true healing, but hey, you're invisible and you're getting burst healing. You're pretty safe. I mean, sure, team attacks can still get you and whatnot, but hey, this is really cheap for what effect it's giving you. And finally, what's that? Northstar make quick work out of Thanos. Pun not intended. Thanks, Dark. I appreciate it. Finally, there's Up North for 6 black, and this is probably his hallmark. I like this one a lot. Northstar and the target go airborne for a turn. So, bye guys, they're gone. 6 basic tiles in the enemy's second strongest color, which is really weird, right? But that's actually super handy. A lot of people's strongest colors nowadays is also a passive ability. So they're not using that AP. They don't care. You get them in the second strongest, that's usually something that's an act of power. That's actually good. Anyway, 6 basic tiles of the enemy's second strongest color get moved to the top of the board, dealing damage for each one moved. Look at that damage, 1,142, 6 black, and you're moving 6 tiles. So for 6 black, you're getting over 6,000 damage, and he's airborne, and you're... What? That's a lot of efficiency right there. And then when he lands, move up to 6 basic tiles in the enemy's second strongest color to the bottom of the board, dealing damage per time. That's a lot of damage. So over 6,000 for the front, 6,000 on the second turn. He's airborne, so he gets to do nothing. You're airborne, enjoying the high life. Ha ha. Anyways, super good character. He's underestimated, undervalued. Is he going to kill someone super fast? No, which is weird, right? Because it's the Northstar, you'd expect that. But he's going to control the fight, is what he's going to do. He's going to make it so someone basically is ineffective. And some of your allies, maybe even himself, is super safe. Let's get into it. One-on-one fights deserve to have the animations on. As always, let's go. Okay. So we want that black, we want that blue, we want that yellow. Here they go. Yay. I'm gonna take this yellow. And I'm gonna take that team up into blue. Oh, blue, that's blue. That's black I meant. I know my colors. Let's go airborne. Which means he's dead, right? And now down we go. Dead. How ridiculously is that? That's... you know, Dark, the only people who use autofire on powers is when you're new to the game and you can't turn it off yet. It's automatically on for you in the first few fights. You have to leave it on until you get through a few fights. Yeah, Northstar, so you can see more with them, but use Northstar and abuse him if you want. Like, he's super cheap abilities. What was that? Blue for 8, yellow and black are both for 6, and you can keep people busy, deny them of the color they want the most, do a lot of board shake. I can't say enough about him. He's actually super good. But that's Northstar's Crash the Titans against 4-star Thanos. And that's all I got for you today. We went through Quandary boss modes. We went through 4-star only teams. We went through a couple of special teams, one being a protect/blue loop I like to make with Bishop. And we went through a couple of reasons and the hows and whys of Quandary and her different puzzles. So there we go. By the way, I still want to point out, just one more day we can see what 3650 brings. I'm really curious to see what that does. But anyways. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much for joining me, John, Dark. I appreciate it as always. As again, another thank you to Dark for this for the extra. I hate that that I have nothing I can give you. Like I need to do something. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just keep making content. Maybe finding more apps to do more fun with this. Okay. Thanks again. Have a good one, guys. Good night.